Today let's talk about adding and subtracting positive integers. This is pretty difficult stuff, but we're going to learn first off kind of intuitively how this works, and then afterwards we're going to talk about some sort of easy steps to kind of figure this out. So we should probably begin with a number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay, so if we have a basic problem that we've all done before, let's see, 2 plus 1. Okay. We all know that equals 3. And so what we do is we do 2, and then we add 1. So we go plus 1. 2 plus 1 equals 3. Okay. Subtraction, okay, 3 minus 1 equals 2. We start at 3, we subtract 1, 3 minus 1 equals 2. Okay. So it's pretty basic. Okay. Now a lot of us get tripped up when we start working with, say, negative numbers, or when we start subtracting a number that's bigger than the number up front. Okay. And the way to remedy this is just use your number line, and you should be able to figure this out. Remember, whenever you add, go right. Okay, and whenever you subtract, go left. So, erase these examples. So if we have 2 minus 4, okay, this will give us fits, right? We haven't really learned how to do this. You know, if you're in elementary, your teacher would say, well, your first number is smaller than your last number, so we can't do this. Okay? Well, the thing is we can. Okay? If we use a number line, this should be pretty easy, right? We got our 2, put a 2 up here. And now we need to subtract 4 from 2. Okay? So when you subtract, you go left. We're going to go left 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Draw your line. Started at 2. You subtracted 4. Now you're at negative 2. Okay? Just like all these subtraction you've done before, this time we're just going into negatives. Okay? Alternatively, when you add, you go right. So if we have negative 2 plus 4, okay, we start at negative 2, and then we're going to go right 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, negative 2 plus 4 equals 2. So, I mean, it's pretty basic. Okay? It's pretty easy. All your addition and subtractions work exactly like this. Just remember, when you subtract, go left. When you add, go right. Okay? Now, it gets kind of tricky when we start working, when we get kind of what I like to call double signs. Okay? Not proper nomenclature, but it works. When we have something like a 2 plus a negative 3. Okay? This is where a lot of students get confused. Okay? We have 2 plus a negative 3. We would start, let me erase some of the clutter here so we don't get confused by previous work. Okay? We start at 2. Okay? And we're going to add a negative 3. So usually when we say add, we say go right. So go right 3. 1, 2, 3. But 2 plus 3 equals 5. So 2 plus a negative 3, there's no way that can equal 5. That doesn't make sense. So here's a handy-dandy little trick. Okay? When you have a plus a negative or minus a positive, okay, anytime your signs are different, that are right next to each other, just change them into a negative. Okay? So this would be 2 minus 3. Okay? We can do this. 2 minus 3, go left. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So, I can give you a couple more tricks that will help you out with this. So, let's write these down. Let me erase this. Give you 4 tricks that will help you with addition and subtraction. Okay, trick number A. If the signs are different, excuse me. Excuse me. If the signs are different, okay, then subtract the numbers and take the sign of the larger number. So, we're talking about if the signs in front of two numbers are different and these two numbers are next to each other. So, let's say we have negative 7 minus or plus 5. These signs are different. Okay? So, since the signs are different, we subtract. So 7 minus 5 is 2. And then we take the sign of the larger number. The larger number is 7, negative. Okay. Do another one. 5 minus 16. Okay. 5 doesn't have a sign out in front of it, but if we don't put a sign in something, it just means it's positive, right? If I have $1, that means I have positive $1. Okay. So, these signs are different, so we subtract. 16 minus 5 is 11. Take the sign of the larger number. 16 is larger, it's a negative, negative 11. Okay. Second rule. B. If the signs are the same, then add the numbers and take the sign of both numbers. Okay? If the signs are the same, add the numbers and take the sign of both numbers. So, we have negative 7 minus 2. Okay? These are the same. So we're going to add. 7 plus 2 is 9. Take this sign, negative 9. Okay? So, this is math that you've been doing your whole life. 5 plus 3, these have the same sign. It's a positive 5, positive 3. We add them, we get 8. The sign is positive. Okay? Pretty basic. So that'll help you with that. The last two. Okay, we'll see. If you have plus, minus right next to each other, okay? So you add a negative or you subtract a positive, then just change those into a negative. Okay, and D, if you have a minus a negative or add a positive, change that into a positive. So for example, if you have, this is your example, if you have 7 plus a negative 2, okay? First thing I do when I see a problem like this, circle it, change it to a minus. Okay? Your new problem is 7 minus 2, that should equal 5. Okay? So when they're right next to each other, that's what we're talking about with Rule C. Change them into a minus if the signs are different. If the signs are the same, change it into a positive. For example, you have 6 minus a minus 3. Change that to a positive. You should get 6 plus 3, which equals 9. Cool.